This is the story of a man who at the age of 65 was broke, sleeping in his car, and rejected 1,009 times. Most people would have given up. He started a global empire instead. Before the white suit, before the bucket, before the empire, he was just Harland. Born in 1890 in Indiana. His father died when he was just 5. His mother worked in a tomato cannery, so young Harland was cooking for his siblings by age 7. By 12, he dropped out of school completely. By 14, he left home to look for work. What followed was a parade of odd jobs: farmhand, painter, streetcar conductor, blacksmith's apprentice. At one point, he lied about his age to join the army, served in Cuba, discharged months later, law school, got into a fight in court, literally, and was thrown out. He failed at nearly everything. He was restless, he was broke, and he was already running out of time. In the 1930s, Harland ran a service station in Corbin, Kentucky. One day, a customer asked if he could recommend a place to eat. He said, "You can eat here." He turned his own dining room into a roadside restaurant. The food? Basic. But his fried chicken got people talking. He served it at his own table, hand-cooked, no menus, no waiters, just Southern charm and that chicken. By 1936, the governor of Kentucky gave him the honorary title of colonel, a marketing trick he'd later turn into a legend. And for the first time in his life, things looked good, but fate wasn't done testing him. By the 1950s, a new interstate highway rerouted traffic away from his restaurant. His booming business became a ghost town. He had no savings. His restaurant failed. At 65 years old, he was broke again. He started receiving $105 a month from Social Security. That's all he had. He should have retired. Instead, he loaded his car with a pressure cooker, bags of flour, and jars of spices, and began driving to restaurants around America, pitching his chicken recipe 1,009 times. They said no. Imagine walking into a restaurant as an old man, asking to cook in their kitchen for free, pitching them a chicken recipe you claim is the best in the world. That was his life, day after day, town after town, restaurant after restaurant. No one wanted it. No one believed him. They laughed. They scoffed. Some literally threw him out. He lived out of his car, ate crackers for dinner, used gas station restrooms to clean up, but he kept going because somewhere deep inside, he knew this was his shot. Finally, one small restaurant owner in Salt Lake City said yes. He tried the chicken. He loved it. They made a deal, a franchise agreement. The model was simple. The restaurant uses Colonel Sanders' chicken recipe and pays him 5 cents per chicken sold. That's it. It started small, then spread. Franchise after franchise joined. Within a decade, there were 600 KFC restaurants across North America, and the man who'd been bankrupt at 65 was now one of the most recognizable figures in fast food. Let's pause. This isn't just about fried chicken. It's about what happens when you keep going, even when everything is falling apart. Colonel Sanders wasn't perfect. He had temper issues. He cursed like a sailor. He once threw a drumstick at a KFC executive who messed up the recipe. But what no one could deny was his relentless belief in himself. He stayed on as the face of KFC even after selling the company. Made commercials, visited stores, smiled for cameras. And when he passed away in 1980, KFC had more than 6,000 stores in 48 countries. It's easy to see his face on a bucket today and think he was always a success. But that's the illusion. He failed for over 60 years. He was broke at 65. He was rejected 1,009 times. And yet, he built an empire when most people give up. He didn't do it for money. He did it because he had something to give, and he refused to go quietly. So the next time you walk into a KFC, remember, it wasn't built in a boardroom. It was built from the trunk of a car by a man who'd run out of everything except belief. Because when you stop chasing comfort and start chasing purpose, even at 65. Even with nothing, you can still change the world.